please just say this. When we continue to come back and come back and back and back, what if this is all paid off? I'm
not gonna deal with hypotheticals. You guys didn't, she didn't show up on time. I give everybody 15 minutes. I entered a default judgment. She filed a motion to set aside the default judgment. If they showed up, I might not have granted it. They didn't, so I'm granting it. But I can't listen. What is
the default judgment? I gave these people $15,000 on a $20,000.
Listen,
nobody does it.
This is where the entire case flips legally. Once a default judgment is entered, the court isn't guessing anymore. It's enforcing consequences. Missing a hearing doesn't just delay the case. It can legally decide it without you.
Vanderendonk? 2505215. Is anybody here from Michael Bates? Come on.
No, Your Honor.
Yeah.
What's going on? What is this here for?
Your Honor, defendant has filed a motion to set aside the default. She had missed the small claims hearing.
What's your name?
Lauren Vanderpump.
Sir, why are you here? Are you her boyfriend or something?
Well,
Husband, whatever. Are you a party to this though? Well, you're not on the pleadings. They just sued her.
Correct. That mess.
Well, not really, because you're not a party, is the problem.
And here's the real question. How often do people underestimate court deadlines like this? One missed appearance, and suddenly thousands of dollars are locked in legally. Was this avoidable or already set in motion?
he's the one that's helping me pay for it.
Well, I get it, but why don't you have a seat right at the table there, okay? Tell me why I should do this, ma'am. What did they sue you for?
So I had a lease and they came up with, we're gonna pay the entire lease off right there. And it was, I think, like $18,000, and I thought that I would have like a full amount within the next 2 or 3 weeks when we start the payment on the card. And because that's what we did last time, we just paid the whole thing off, so I didn't have to worry about payments like each month. And the payment that we agreed to wasn't paid off right away. And I gave them some more money a couple weeks later and some more, and it's been a really hard time. I do have, like, I want to pay it off, I'm going to pay it off, but our bills and just the times that we have right now in our house is really tight. And
Notice how the boyfriend steps in emotionally, but legally he has no standing in the case. This is a common courtroom moment. Emotion enters the room, but the judge only responds to legal responsibility, not relationships.
you know, I have intentions to pay it off the full amount, but I just can't pay thousands and thousands.
Why were you late? You can't be late for court. I mean, I give everybody 15 minutes.
I think I was about like 15 minutes late. There was a train and we came down Van Horn. There was a train there. I waited and then we went around and got stuck by the same train on Allen Road. And then by the time we got here, I think it was like 15 minutes
Did
late.
you call the court?
I was just
It's this motion intervene to protect assets. Who filed that? Jennifer?
Your Honor, I don't have that case up at the moment. Let me.
Did you file something like that?
Financial hardship is emotionally powerful, but in civil court, it is not a legal defense unless it directly affects contractual obligations. The judge is separating sympathy from enforceable liability here.
I don't think so.
Motion to intervene to protect assets. I don't have a motion in front of me. That was filed.
I just filed something just to keep me from getting in trouble with you because I was 20 minutes late, 15 minutes late. I wanted to come back and be able to talk to Michael Bates so that we can come up with some sort of agreement because I want to, pay off what I owe. So I just want everything to be satisfied. I did go down since the 27th of January when I was here last, and I did give them another, I think it was like $1,500. I have the receipt here. And Diane signed this and showed like the balance that I still owe.
To show up. We'll reschedule it. Jennifer, reschedule that. You can give her a date down the hall. Go ahead, go down the hall.
Sounds good, Judge.
You're only 3 minutes later than probably I called it, but you gotta be here on
Yeah,
time.
we literally were, so.
Okay.
I saw Diane in the hallway. So.
Just quit while you're behind. What do you want?
Please just say this. When we continue to come back and come back and come back and come back, what if this all paid off?
I'm not gonna deal with hypotheticals. You guys she didn't show up on time. I give everybody 15 minutes. I entered a default judgment. She filed a motion to set aside the default judgment. If they showed up, I might not have granted it. They didn't, so I'm granting it. But I can't, listen.
What is the default judgment? I gave these people $15,000 when a $20,000.
Listen.
Nobody does it.
This, what are you gonna argue with me about? Why are you arguing with me?
I'm not arguing.
When people, you look like an athlete. Did you play sports?
I did.
What'd you play?
I play basketball.
Okay, what if your team didn't show up for the game? What would happen?
This is the turning point when the judge says, just quit while you're behind. It signals frustration. Judges rarely speak emotionally unless they feel the argument is becoming repetitive or legally irrelevant.
You'd lose, right? It's a forfeit. It's a default.
Yeah.
The Tigers decide not to show up on opening day, they're gonna lose. It's a forfeit. Same thing that
Then
happened.
we lose.
You got a judgment against you for $6,156 when she didn't show up on time.
Okay, yeah, for $6,100.
6160. I don't know why you're arguing with me. Why?
I'm confused. I gave you $15,000 on a car that only has two.
Sure, I haven't had both parties here where I could sort it out.
Right, I get it.
They were here first. They prayed for a certain amount. I gave them the certain amount, and now they didn't show up. You guys get all here together and show up. I'll be able to make a decision, but you're asking me to speak about something. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I get that too, and that's, I'm
That I'm confused about is that I'm willing to pay the now it's like 47. I want to pay that. I just don't know.
You just asked me to set aside the default judgment, right? That's what I did.
Okay.
You won the hearing.
I just don't understand what's going on.
What don't you understand? I want to make sure you
I
understand.
just
You
don't
didn't show up the first time. I entered a judgment for the amount that they requested in their small claims affidavit.
Right.
That's what they're entitled to.
Yes.
I usually swear them in and make sure that there's sufficient evidence of that. Okay?
Yeah.
Some people will sue for $10,000 over a paper towel, okay? So I can't give them a judgment for $10,000 over paper towel. So I usually swear them in and at least make sure that they have a legitimate claim. But quite honestly, when somebody doesn't show up, the other side's entitled to a judgment in the amount that they claim, barring something unforeseen. So I gave them a judgment. It was sent to you. You didn't show up on time. You filed a motion to set aside the judgment to get us back to square one. I granted it. That's where we are now. They're going to give them a date to show up on this case and you a date to show up on this case, and hopefully nobody will be late again because I won't be. And then I'll hear the case, I'll sort it out, and hopefully I'll make a good decision for everybody.
Okay.
Okay? Fair enough?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for explaining that.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you.
And here's the big legal takeaway. This wasn't about punishment, it was about procedure. The default wasn't personal, it was automatic. So the real debate is, should courts be this strict with time-based fairness rules?